Welcome to this webinar focusing on the Oriole application process, produced by the BPSA and Health Education England. My name's Ellie Robinson and I'm here to highlight a few parts of the application process for you. Topics we'll cover will include personal details and eligibility criteria in the registration sections of your application, preferencing, the interview day, and top tips in getting ahead of the game. Please note that the topics covered in this webinar are not extensive and we've only highlighted key areas that we feel need extra focus. All of the information about the entire application process can be found in the applicant handbook, and information about how to use the Oriole system can be found on the Oriole website. Personal details. This section will only be used for employment and identification purposes, so it's vital that all of the information you provide is correct and up to date. You'll be required to enter personal details such as your name, address and contact details. If you're a third year student, your School of Pharmacy will also be providing information to the Oriole system, so it's important that your details match those that your school has. You'll also be able to request special circumstances, see section 3.3 of the applicant handbook, and reasonable adjustments during the interview process, see 3.2 of the applicant handbook, if you feel these apply to you. Depending on which type of applicant you are, will determine the documentation you need to provide in your application. For current third year students, you'll be asked to select your School of Pharmacy from a drop-down list, and you'll also be asked to enter your student university ID. If you aren't sure what this is, ask your School of Pharmacy. You'll need to make sure all the details you give, including first name and surname, match those that your School of Pharmacy has, as they'll be providing information to Oriel as well. If you're a current third year student, you will not be required to upload any documentation to support the personal section of your application. If you are an MPharm graduate applying for Oriole, you will be required to upload a copy of your MPharm certificate. If you are a current Overseas Pharmacist Assessment Programme student or OSPAP student, you will be required to upload a copy of your School of Pharmacy OSPAP enrolment letter. If you are an OSPAP graduate, you'll be required to upload a copy of your OSPAP postgraduate diploma or master's certificate. Third year students and other Oriole applicants will be expected to declare if they hold or have ever held a professional registration with a statutory organisation, for example the GPHC or the GMC. For language requirements, these are only applicable if your degree wasn't taught in English, and if this is the case, you will be asked to declare your International English Language Testing System score, or IELTS score. All applicants must have obtained a minimum score of 7 overall and also 7 in reading, listening, speaking and writing. Each applicant will be required to indicate their nationality and answer any relevant questions about their right to work in the UK, as well as providing details of their current immigration status if applicable. If this affects you, please refer to the UK Visas and Immigration website for more up-to-date information regarding the right to work in the UK. Please be aware that neither Health Education England nor the BPSA are able to offer any advice regarding immigration queries, and please contact the Home Office or refer to the UK Visas and Immigration website for more information. Preferencing. Please note that all the information in this section is covered in section 4 of the applicant handbook. So what is preferencing? Preferencing is the process by which you choose and rank the programmes that you are interested in applying for through the Oriole system. The preferencing window is open from 10 AM on the 31st of July 2017 to 12 noon on the 21st of August 2017, although you are able to look at the different training programmes from the 1st of June. Each programme description will have a lot of information about the course, so you'll be able to preference those which you are most interested in. You'll also be able to filter the pre-registration programmes according to what you want to get out of your pre-registration year, such as types of programme, size of the organisation you're applying for, and location. Preferencing categories. Each programme within the Oriole system will be preferenced in one of 3 categories. No preference. All of the programmes within the Oriole system will be automatically marked as no preference in your application. If placements are left in this category, You are effectively saying that you would be willing to accept any one of these programmes, although they wouldn't be given to you in any set order. Not wanted. You should put all of the programmes you are not willing to accept in this category, and you will never be made an offer to any of the programmes you move to this category. And preference. All of the programmes which you put in the preference category are those that you'd actively like to be considered for. All of the programmes that you move to the preference category will need to be ranked in order of your preferred programme, starting from number 1. Bulk preferencing. This is where you can move multiple programmes from the no preference category to either the preference category or the not wanted category. This is particularly useful for a number of different reasons. For example, if you're applying to only programmes that support Tier 2 visa applications. The interview day. All applications will be reviewed and successful applicants will be invited to the interview. Successful applicants will be required to book an interview slot at any interview location online via the Oriel system. Places will be allocated on a first-come, first-served basis, and if selected for interview, you'll need to book a slot and location by the 1st of September 2017. Please see section 5.3 of the applicant handbook for selection centre venues and dates. So what can I expect at the interview day? You'll sit a situational judgment test, a numeracy test and a multiple mini interview. There will be 2 styles of questions in the SJT. One where applicants need to rank 5 responses in order of appropriateness to the question, and multiple choice questions where applicants need to select 3 of the most appropriate actions out of a choice of 8 actions. You'll be able to familiarise yourself with the format of the SJT paper on the Oriel website prior to the assessment centre. The numeracy test will be sat immediately after sitting the SJT. Answers to this will be in free text and won't be multiple choice. Calculators are permitted during the numeracy test, although please be aware that calculators will not be provided by the assessment centre. The multiple mini interview will consist of 6 different exercises divided into 3 rooms, where candidates have a few minutes to prepare for each room before entering. The SJT will last around 105 minutes, the numeracy test around 15 minutes, and the MMI around 40 minutes. All of the tests will be aimed at an appropriate level for students who have finished their 3rd year of the MPharm degree. The offers process. Offers will be coordinated through the Oriel system according to the applicant's rank nationally and the order in which they rank their programme preferences. Please note, regardless of which assessment centre you attended at interview, all candidates will be ranked nationally. You will be notified of any offers via email, which will then require you to log onto the system in your Oriel account. Emails can be received at any time between November the 7th and December the 15th, 2017. You will then be given 48 hours to respond to the offer, excluding bank holidays and weekends, either by accepting with upgrades, or declining the offer. Please see section 6.1 of the applicant handbook for more information on these. Please be aware that if you decline an offer or let an offer expire, you will be removed from the Oriel process this year and subsequently will not be able to receive any further offers. Top tips on getting ahead of the game. Make sure you fill out both the registration sections and the pharmacy-specific sections with plenty of time to spare before the deadlines. Late entries will not be considered under any circumstances. The registration sections applications are open from the 1st of June 2017, and the pharmacy-specific section applications are open from 10 AM on the 31st of July to 12 noon on the 21st of August 2017. Although you can register up until the 21st of August, we'd really recommend you look through Oriel and register to the system when the registration window opens to give you as much time as possible to familiarise yourself with the system. We'd really recommend you to start looking at training places early. You can access details of all training providers and places within the Oriel system from the 1st of June 2017, so give yourself enough time to look over the different types of placements that are on offer. Read both the Oriel and applicant handbooks thoroughly before applying to the system. There's so much useful information in them. Collate any evidence you may be required to upload as part of your application, such as your degree certificate, if applicable, prior to applying for Oriel. It's so much easier to prepare early rather than leave it too late and miss the deadline. Ensure you have read the person specification, job description and pre-registration pharmacist professional attributes framework. These are all available online. They will all help you in both the application process and at interview, and they are available in the appendices on the applicant handbook. Please make sure all of your personal details are up to date. You are able to amend these if they change during the application period. However, make sure you have the correct personal details and contact details. These will be used to match up your application to the information your School of Pharmacy is providing to Oriel, as well as keeping you up to date with the progress of your application. If applicable, also ensure that you are aware of how your visa requirements will affect your application. Preference as many programs as you can. There is no limit on how many programs you can rank. Make sure you give yourself the best chance of getting a pre-registration place. Keep a lookout for other pre-registration training places outside the Oriole system. Although a considerable number of pre-registration places are centralised through Oriole, there are still some places outside that haven't opted into the system. The BPSA will be holding a Twitter chat soon, where you can ask questions about Oriole. If you have any questions regarding the Oriole system, please email vicepresident@bpsa.co.uk and these will be answered during the Twitter chat. We'll also upload frequently asked questions and answers to the BPSA website. Here are some useful links that you'll need when applying for the pre-registration programmes via Oriole. Good luck in applying for your pre-registration training and keep an eye out for future materials that will help you through the application process.